Okay, it's now the 8th. We are 2 days out from my birthday, and honestly, it feels like it should be a lot further away than that. But I have spent the day filling in my journal from the last year or so. I swear I go in like phases of being on it with this journal, and I just kind of do little mood boards of like different seasons, different inspo, and mood boards and stuff. It's not really like a regular journal, as in like I don't use it regularly enough that I'm doing everything in there, but I feel like I use it just when I need inspiration and when I want to see inspiration on the page. And then it's also a mix of that and different things that have happened over the year that I feel like are worth noting down. For example, I did this spread on the Joshua Bassett concert because I am so obsessed with how so many of the photos from this concert came out, so I wanted to document that. And then I also did this little YouTube and Pinterest mood board situation. So that is basically what I've spent my day doing, and yeah, I'm not really doing too much today. I do have 2 free cinema tickets that I want to use. Whether we will do that today or not, I'm not sure, but I do definitely want to use them free cinema tickets at some point. They're for the Odeon, and I don't really go to the Odeon, and there's only 2 Odeons that I know of in Manchester, but I'm gonna go watch some films. I've also been watching You. I am nearly finished with it, and I'm not actually sure how I feel about it yet. I feel like I'm gonna have to watch the last few episodes to make up my mind. I don't know, I feel like it's very weird compared to the last series, but more in a writing way than in the subject, because obviously it's a weird show. I'm just not sure I'm vibing with the storyline, to be honest. But yeah, as I said, I've got a few more episodes left, so I might watch that and then watch a film or something and just basically have a chill day. Good morning, it is now Monday. I'm going to carry on this video this week because I edited back the footage yesterday and it was literally a handful of minutes and it did not make up a full vlog, so I'm going to carry on filming this week. My birthday was pretty low-key this year. I feel like I didn't do a lot. I'm also comparing it to last year when I was literally on holiday, which I feel like was probably my favourite birthday ever. I did order some food and then I spent the whole evening watching films, which wasn't a bad way to spend a birthday, to be fair. And then yesterday we went and saw my nana and granddad for the first time in a good couple of months. My mum's car has been half broken for the last few months. It's been fine on short journeys, but we've not wanted to chance it on like longer journeys, like on the motorway, and my nana and granddad live like an hour or so away, so we've not been able to see them, but yesterday we did and it was really nice. But yeah, today I'm about to head over to the gym, and then me and my sister are gonna... Leah's coming with me to the gym, I didn't say that. But then we're gonna go into Manchester and grab an acai in the Tribe. I've been really craving an acai bowl for the last few weeks, and yeah, I'm gonna get one today. I'm so excited. I've not had an acai bowl in so long. I went through a big phase of really liking them whilst I was at uni, and then I've just not had one in a couple of years, so I'm so excited. I feel like it's going to be nicer than the last time I went because they were just starting out then. It was when they had the little hut in the Arndale, and there wasn't as much choices for what you could get as a topping, so you couldn't customize it as much as you can now. So I'm so excited to see how it's changed, and if it's nicer, I'm sure it will be. But yeah, I feel like acai bowls are not something I crave a lot, and it's probably not going to be something I have a lot, but it's a nice little treat for when I do really fancy one, and I just so happen to really fancy one in the last few weeks. So we're going to go today, and yeah. And then also later on in the week, I think we're going to finally use them free cinema tickets. I think we're going to go see Sinners, I'm pretty sure. I've seen a lot about it and it looks pretty good, so hopefully it is. But for now, I'm going to head to the gym. I probably won't film anything at the gym, so the next clips you'll see are probably the acai and the tribe. I feel like I've done such a horrific job at vlogging this little birthday vlog. It is now literally over a week since my birthday. As you will have seen, we did end up going seeing Sinners, which was absolutely terrifying in Dolby Atmos, paired with the fact that there was literally one other person in the whole screen, and it was a massive screen. Compared to the cinema I usually go to, that screen was ginormous, and I just was honestly terrified the entire time. And I'm also not sure how I failed to realise that it was a horror film. And it was so jumpy, and I'm not the biggest horror fan. I don't mind like The Substance, because that was not jumpy, it was just like body horror, but even then I was still like at The Substance. So Sinners was like 10 times worse, and the audio was so loud. And I am someone that when I'm watching a film or anything like YouTube music, anything, it will be on literally the lowest volume that I can hear it on. So I did not cope very well in that cinema screening. However, the film was really good. I just couldn't deal with how loud it was and how like weird the vibes were in that cinema screen. But as I said, the film itself was actually incredible. It was so well shot, it was so well acted, well written. It was a good film, and you can see why it's got the hype. I just really thought it was too much for me in a cinema screen. I probably would have preferred to have watched it at home. It probably wouldn't have been as intense at home as well, so I probably would have taken a lot more in than I managed to do in that cinema screen, because I feel like I was just like constantly looking around and was on really high alert. I have no idea why. I just feel like sometimes when I'm in the cinema I get a bit scared of my surroundings because it's so dark and like weird. I probably will try and watch it when it comes out on home release, because I feel like I will appreciate it so much more without the intensity of that audio, because Dolby Atmos really threw me off. I've never seen a film in Dolby Atmos before, and it was just too intense and too loud for my liking. But aside from the audio, I did really enjoy the film. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video now because I want to get it up this weekend for sure. I'm gonna try and be a week ahead because of how behind I've been with this video. So I'm gonna start a new vlog probably in a bit, and then yeah, hopefully I can get this up this weekend and be a little bit more on it with the vlogs. So sorry that this one has been a little bit here, there and everywhere, and hopefully I will see you next Sunday with a new vlog.